I got a whole wall of VHS behind me, delightfully color coordinated. Let's peruse it and see what we can find. Let's talk about 1986's Stand By Me. This movie was directed by Rob Reiner, rest in peace, and it stars Will Wheaton, River Phoenix, Corey Feldman, Jerry O'Connell, Kiefer Sutherland, John Cusack, and was the first thing based on Stephen King that I ever saw. And, you know, I saw this when it came out, and I remember being scared by it, but I also remember being in awe of it. And I have the soundtrack on cassette right over there that, you know, I've been listening to since the movie came out, and so it really influenced me that way. And of course, Stephen King would end up being a big part of my life, you know, Cause a Wheel and all that. So, I think what this movie really captures so well is the friendships, and that's what Stephen King writes the characters and writes the way they love each other in such an incredible way that I think a lot of the adaptations don't necessarily get that part down all the time, but I think this movie gets the heart of Stephen King and also the wicked humor of Stephen King and also the horror. So, you know, Kiefer Sutherland is frightening in this movie. You know, he's and everybody's given their all, and I think, you know, this movie is a classic for a reason, and I would love to hear about the first time you saw Stand By Me. The cassette, as promised, here it is. Genuine from the 80s, has been listened to by Julia 1,000 times. Let's read some copy on the back. Absolutely wonderful. A film I may never forget, said Jeffrey Lyons, Streak Previews Independent Network News, about the surprise hit of 1986's Stand By Me. In a small woodsy Oregon town, 4 friends, sensitive Gordy, tough guy Chris, flamboyant Teddy, and scaredy cat Vern, are in search of a missing teenager's body. Wanting to be heroes in each other and their hometown's eyes, they set out in an unforgettable 2-day trek that turns into an odyssey of self-discovery. They sneak smokes, tell tall tales, cuss 'cause it's cool, and band together when the going gets tough. When they encounter the town's knife-wielding hoods, who are also after the body, the 4 boys discover a strength they never knew they had. Stand By Me is a rare and special film about friendship and the indelible experience of growing up. Filled with humor and suspense, it's based on the novella The Body by Stephen King. They spelled Stephen King's name wrong. They did it with a V. I don't know if you can see that. And what is that? Stand By Me? That's crazy. Okay. Yes, and if you haven't read The Body, and all of those stories in different, 4 different seasons or so, incredible. Okay, so here is my tape. Stand By Me, well loved. I'd love to talk to you about movies,